I'm ready. I'm ready when you are.
Now recording.
Let's go. Welcome to the main event. Applying pressure, but I promise I ain't making that. In their heads, living free, I ain't paying rent. Wake up in the AM, making G's like Mercedes Benz. Whoa, yeah, please don't take offense. It isn't you, I'm just not interested in making friends. My biggest fear is finding out that this came and went. So go ahead, but I'm staying in. Okay, drop a song and pop up on your phone like I was YouTube. Connected to the fans without a hand, I did it Bluetooth. The only time I come up short is when they watching YouTube. Spinning with the drill, no wonder why my screws loose. Taking off and I can't stop, I beat them all by a landslide. Houdini, I popped out of that box even with hands tied. Big dog like Sandlot, but it's real life, no fantasize. Counting money, a damn lie, my hands clean, no sanitize. Whoa, had to switch up on the flow, gotta keep them on their toes. I move quick, I make the most, why they copy what I wrote. Follow everything I post, never trip about a clone. Cause they know what's a sheep to a goat. Yeah. Welcome to the main event. Applying pressure, but I promise I ain't making that. In their heads, living free, I ain't paying.
It is Inside Eagles Redzone podcast here live on Monday, April 28th, 2025. It's Eric Williams, joined as always by Matt Nemo. Matt, what's going on? Well, I was going to, yeah. No, Matt, we haven't done a show. We haven't done a live show in 7 years. Yeah, we haven't done a show. Yeah. Uh, for those that missed it, uh, yeah, you missed a hell of a time yesterday at a country club brewery, and I want to thank them for the hospitality yesterday, and I want to thank. Let me pull this up actually because I'm amazed sometimes at my taste buds, Matt, because sometimes my taste buds just kind of surprise me because I've just been kind of. Hold on one second, pulling this up as we. I want to get the plug right because if they're listening, they actually have a actual plug. Why can I not find that? Latin with Flavor is the place, and Adina is what her name is. But honestly, those empanadas probably top 5 empanadas I've ever had. Good Lord, were they freaking delicious? But yeah, I've already confirmed that the next time we go there, I want her there, and yeah, so we basically let's run it back. And if you missed the show from yesterday, if you're looking for an audio version of the show, you're SOL. You basically missed the show because that show is not going to be posted online. That was for the live audience only. So everybody that is in their mother is saying, "Oh, where's the audio? I missed the show yesterday." SOL. Now you have to hear the two of us talk about it because, if you know, now you know. You missed a hell of a show. Um, yeah, I think it was uh, and again we talked about it, kind of like going like a little into audio. I think it was the fact that we were using the mics because you would hear when you would use because I couldn't hear you. I could only hear you through my headset because my noise canceling headphones are really good. but my microphone is not noise canceling. So when Matt would talk to the live, because we both had mics. So to kind of throw it out there for people that don't understand audio, I have a noise canceling headset. I mean, noise canceling headphones, and not a noise canceling head microphone. But it was picking up. My microphone was picking up the second microphone that Matt had, not the first one. I would hear Matt through the headset because he was talking into his microphone, but I didn't realize that my microphone was actually picking up the audio, and I think it was my microphone that was picking up everything. But I just only heard, like I knew people were talking, like during the show, like they were trying to they were kind of, you would hear people like talk, to you or try to talk to you. Mainly a Canadian, certain Canadian, but yeah, like it was just madness in there. It was busy, like it was wild. Like I was very shocked because like I think if more people wanted to come, I don't even think we would have been able to hold like all those people, like because like it was packed in there at one point. Like yeah, and I was like actually surprised. Like I didn't think like I mean there was a couple of walk ups and they were like they were listening, but you got to meet you got to meet the doctor. Dr. Z Chang was there. A couple other people were there. He was there, of course. But yeah, Matt, let's get into what people are here to listen to, and if you missed it, well, you now get a chance to listen. We're not going to go too much into detail because you already did that. Like, I'm not going to that was your point. But John Campbell was the first round pick. We talked about him more in detail on Sunday, so don't want to go right into him. But Jihad Campbell is the first round pick at 31. They move up to from 32 to 31, and they get Jihad Campbell. So that's a hell of a pick. Andrew, look, he wants to be called Drew Mukuba. He's going to. Oh, and I wanted to tell you something. Terrace Marshall has no chance of making this roster. Before I forget to say something to you, Terrace Marshall has no chance. They gave him number 46. Yeah, not making the roster. They should have got when they got that number. He should have been like, no, like it would have been 81. You'd have been like, oh, like, but no, no. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, cool. You got like a decent number. No, 46, not happening. Um, but yeah, Makuba is going to be a hell of a player. Those guys are going to probably start. Ty Robinson, Drew Kendall, Kyle McCord, Miles Hinton, Cameron Williams. I think there was a couple other. Right, yeah, Antoine. Yeah, if they were drafted him. I didn't even mention him in the live show yesterday. But if you're listening to us on tinyurl.com/iterz. You can definitely check us out on the download. But that audio yesterday not going to be posted, so you'll just get an opportunity to Mac McWilliams. We didn't even talk about him yesterday. Actually, you know what? We didn't dive into two guys from yesterday. The corner out of Central Florida, Mac McWilliams, and Smile Mondin, another Georgia Bulldog. These are two guys that could be in for some maybe a role, maybe not a role. I do like the fact that they got another Georgia Bulldog. And you got two more guys from Texas, so it's always nice to yeah, it's just Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because it was something that I wanted to mention to you yesterday, and I didn't, because we kind of ran out of time and different things. But you talked about the Eagles' not need for a corner, but you constantly hear uh, I don't even, I was so nice yesterday at the pod. Everybody was giving me glowing reviews of not cursing. People were pointing, but do I have to break it now? These fans, these fans get me get a little bit goofy sometimes when they say, "Oh, the Eagles these Eagles, we need corners. We lost Rodgers, we lost Slay." Uh, you drafted Quinion and Cooper DeJean to be those corners. Um, and we have Keely Ringo, like he's been here. Like I think that shows a lot about the Eagles. You know, love for Keely Ringo. The fact that they haven't really went out and addressed it crazily. Letting Slay walk and not really picking up another corner kind of speaks volumes. The more and more I look at it, yeah, I think like unless they go out and get a corner in this second wave of free agency, like they could, and I could be wrong here, but yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Can I can I can I, can I ask you something about tomorrow? How much how much time are you going to give it tomorrow? Well, I didn't know because of everything that went on today. Went on this afternoon. If you're going to even listen to it for 5-10 minutes. Okay. They were just finishing up at the White. They were just finishing up at the White House at 3 o'clock. So I was gonna say the whole kiss and make up, kiss and about Elvis. Yeah, 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 yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yes. I do. I agree. Mhm. Like yeah, 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 yeah. No, even right. they're on the roster and they're competing. Even if they're on, even if yeah, I think and yeah, and I was gonna say even if you love some like I wanted to kind of say this to you yesterday, but even if you love somebody on the radio, like you, not everyone's word is golden. Like it's just an opinion radio. Like I've been saying this for people that listen to this podcast. Like you're listening to us and you're spending the time, and you could be doing other things. You could have a song in the background for all I know. But we're not claiming that we're the only voices in town. Like I'm not gonna tell you, hey, like just listen to me because I will make things right, and I would be lying to you. I would be, I would be stupid to say that. What people need to realize is that people need to give when they have, you know, their opinions. You need to have an opinion based on valid facts, not on valid nonsense. And you need to be able to when talking about things, you need to be able to back them up in realistic because you cannot base your opinion on other people's opinions. That's not your opinion. Like all these people with the fifth round picks. Okay, and I just kind of was thinking about it, and I didn't want to cut you off there, but they talk about these people on special teams. Last I know, special teams can sway a game. Uh, you give up a block field goal. You give up a block field goal. There's 3 points off the board. Two. Look at how many games have been lost by 1, 2 points. A missed field goal wins you games, loses games. Um, a block punt that turns into a touchdown, like that's 7 points or six. With an extra point, the 7 points. Right. So special teams is a game and field position. You're giving the other team better field position. Hey, like I want guys that can be the best on. I want the best guys out there. If that can be a fifth round pick, okay. And I heard the percentage. 28% are first round picks. 20%, dude. But there's guys that are gonna get in there and make a play and make a play. Why do we need 50 players if you're gonna waste people's time? Like I don't understand these fans and saying, "Oh, I want more picks." For what? Just to hear a name? I don't care after these names. If you can get all those players to be competitive and be good, hey, more power to Howie. I'll say, hey, like this draft class was great. Do I know what this draft class is? Like on paper, on paper, three of the guys should be good. Like you have Campbell, Bakuba, and Ty Robinson. And if those guys work out, then you got three of the whatever amount of players that they drafted, and maybe you can get one of those offensive linemen to be well. Guess what? That right. You don't know. Yeah. 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 Right. Yeah. The Rams were like that too. Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense why the people we influence don't understand that because they have more information than we do. Right. That's exactly what I was like thinking. Yeah, yeah, I think a lot of that. Yeah, I think that. Yeah. that's the wild thing about that what you just said is you don't know the name. You're not most of these guys like that's the easy way to do it. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna pick the guy based on what he does. You know. Wait, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really really dumb. Uh, did you see the anger for for Joshua Harris? People are there's a lot of anger on Joshua Harris in regards to that he got a stadium built. He's going to have a stadium built. It just isn't the Sixers stadium. It's going to be the Washington Stadium. They need it. They need it badly. That stadium is a fucking dump. Yeah, they've needed it for yeah. It's awful. Jalen almost just got like yeah, squashed by the fans. Good lord. Yeah. And then it's funny because I was like looking at it a couple years ago. They're like, "Oh, Washington tickets are so cheap. You could sit 10 rows in the field for like $40." I'm like, "Yep, that's why. It's a dump. Nobody's going to those games." Yeah, nobody like they're like, "Oh, you can get like padded seats for $200." I'm like, "Yeah, still not going." If it was Philly, I'd say yes, count me in, but I'm not going just to go to But let's talk about something that I wanted to talk about. Do you think the Eagles had real interest in drafting Shador Sanders in the fifth round pick? In the fifth round. Yeah, but you know this radio fan base would be up in arms about the Eagles drafting Shador Sanders. Like thinking about it, I'm kind of glad they didn't draft him because this draft class would have been determined on Shador Sanders. Like his slide, all the way from some of these people saying, "Oh, he's the ninth best player." His slide was based on the fact that you watch him in film consistently. Like we watched him, and yeah, and you had him what? Yeah, right, right. Yeah, I don't. Now, I have a question. I have a question for you because you keep hearing the interview process went poorly. Okay, and I mean, you're not in the room asking those questions, but it's something that I've kind of wanted to bring up with you and to kind of see what you feel, about it. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you do. I mean, and maybe it's common knowledge. When you say that the interview went poorly, what kind of things in those interviews are those guys asking? Are they at? Is it more of because like the teams do their intel on the people themselves, so this has to be a football conversation. So is it the fact that some of these guys, when they don't interview well, they don't? Would you consider them not smart football players? I mean, because guys can have talent but also not be smart. So where do you think that goes wrong, guys? Is it the fact that maybe they're looking and they're saying, oh, they're here only here for they were only playing college football for the NIL money? Could they see that right off like the answers that that these guys are giving? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they have a club. The owners have a club. The GMs have a club. Yeah. That's not good. Yeah. And maybe yeah. Yeah, because they'll kind of to see, because they want to see if other people are right. If I'm telling Matt like, oh, like, something, Matt might dive into it and look at, okay, I mean, that's just how people are. I don't think people understand that. I think sometimes people speak about things and they don't think about the obvious. They think about the unknown. They don't when I'm told something, I kind of want to, like it's not like I don't. It's not like a trust thing. It's I want to figure it out on my own. I there's taking knowledge, but I kind of want to test it out and say, hey, like, is that really true? Just because I would need that, because if I were to rely too much on one person, well, then that person could get a little goofy at times, and then kind of get you, and you know, and you're in the NFL draft process. You're trying to win picks. Like, why would I say, yeah, Shador Sanders? Like, that Shador Sanders interview might have went great, and they're telling you, yeah, Sanders was bad. Oh, that was a bad interview. Well, then that one team could go, oh, this coach told me that he's bad, so we're not even going to interview him. Well, guess what? Then your chances of getting him just went up. Like, I don't think people think about that. Like, you have to do your due process, but you can take another opinion. But I'd rather look at it myself and say, hey, like, this person. It's yeah, and it's other people's opinions. Like our opinion, like our opinions are our opinions. We're not the Holy Bible, the truth. Like, we don't know the truth until the day of the draft. Like I was looking at this before, and like I kind of wanted to throw this in there. I'm kind of glad you brought it up, because now, I get an opportunity to pull it in. But like, if you look at drafttech.com, which I like their website, and they're very, very good. Okay, so they had 1, 2, and 3. Travis Hunter was their first player. He went 2. Carter was their second overall rank. He went 3. Cam Ward was the overall ranking of 3, and he won 1. So top 3, they were right there. You know what I mean? Okay. Mason Graham was the fourth ranked player. They had him. He went 5th. Okay. So already it starts. GNT was their 5th overall ranking. Okay, and he went 6th. So the top 5 right there, it was in the top 6. Okay, so hey, whatever. Tyler Warren was their 6th best player. He went 14. Armand Membu was their 7th. He went 7th. Will Campbell went 8. Was 8. He went 4th. Shador Sanders, the 9th best player, and he went 144. Okay, but other than that, Michael Williams 11. He was 10th. Matthew Golden. No, he did not go. He did not go second. Yeah, they have him as 2. He did not go 2. He did not go 2. They goofed there. Somebody goofed. Yeah, it looks like I think they goofed with that one. He went in the 20s. He won in the 20s. Yeah, McMill. Yeah, so like a lot of these guys, like a lot of these guys can just like they had fans. You say yesterday, a long time ago. Louis Riddick. Yeah, right, right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. You don't know. Yeah. Yeah, that's all it is. You know, I mean, like you don't really know like a team's real value on somebody unless you're in the room with those guys. Like, we can speculate like all we want till we're blue in the face, but like our big board and their big board is probably completely different. They have more resources to look at, than we do. And like I said, we did 75 guys, Matt, and could have did 150 guys. Could have did fucking 500. You know what I mean? We could have did 1,000 guys. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't have mattered because our knowledge of football, they have what they're. We think we know what they're looking for, but guess what? That could change player to player. They could see somebody and see a vision of them in 3 years, 4 years, and I don't, and their vision could be wrong. You know what I mean? Like every player that they drafted, they probably wanted. They've always went into they want those guys to be Hall of Famers. That's why you draft guys. You draft guys because you think of a big role like Makuba, John Campbell. Like they want those guys to be impact players. Ty Robinson, they want him to make an impact. They want everybody to make an impact. Like even Kyle McCord, like they want to be right on every single pick. They want to be able to say, "Oh, we were right on every single pick." Like I know a lot of people keep like yeah, yeah. You trade the pick. Yeah. I would be curious to see how many like who the Eagles felt because like that's what I would love. I would just love to be a fly on the wall in those meetings and see like them go, oh fuck, I wanted that guy here. Fuck this pick. I want to trade this pick. Like like a Howie all 22. Like that would be funny if him like imagine he has like a couple. Imagine he has a cup of water. I can just imagine go, damn it, I didn't get this. Throws the cup of water across the room. Fucking bullshit, Nick. Oh, Howie, chill out. No, I wanted that goddamn pick. I wanted that pick there. That was bullshit. You're like, you're gonna fleece me again? Yeah, you're gonna pants me again? No, no, no. I promise. I promise I won't. All right. I'll give you the pick. I got you. I got you. How they don't? There, we got him again. Don't don't trust Howie. DTH. Don't DTH. We need that. We need that on a t-shirt. DTH. Don't trust Howie with his picture of him smoking a cigar. Good lord. Good lord. Did you see they tried to get Nick the other day and Howie stepped in and was like, and I was like watching this and I started laughing because um he was like they were trying to get intel on the rest of the draft process. And Howie's like, no, we're not answering that question. Yeah, we're not in. Yeah, because that would have tipped the board, like who knows what people listen to? You get a fifth round pick, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, like this player, we like this player. Okay, well, you just gave up everything because you have some intern. Oh, yeah, nobody's listening. Yeah, nobody's listening to it. Yeah, Matt, stay. Right. Right. I think that might be something that we could, yeah. Yeah. I'd be interested in seeing that. So write that down. Yeah. I was gonna ask you about it because I didn't really get a chance to look at it yesterday because, oh, yeah. No, I was gonna say that Canadian chocolate, Canadian. Yeah, I was gonna say you kind of had a cheat day yesterday with the amount of fucking food that was available. The snacking, the chips, the chocolate. It wasn't I feel like this week is gonna be like for me. It's gonna be a very rough week in regards to what I've been uh, what I've been eating. 'Cause, yeah, and we'll have Crest back on Monday uh, to kind of go over his Crest coming to America. I, I started laughing because you uh, you asked him about America, and he's like, "It's not like he's never been here before." I kind of when I heard you say it, I kind of started laughing. Um, Yeah, 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 yeah. No, he's never been to Pennsylvania. America. Yeah. Tomorrow, it would Matt would be a day for you to stay off of radio. The, yeah, all I keep seeing is, ugh, I'm already over it. They had to come out. They had to make a statement about it. They had to come out with a fucking statement about it already. I don't understand. And I see so many. I don't even want to talk about it. So if you want to sell your season tickets at a discount, I will buy your season tickets. No problem. I hope all of these people sell. Oh, well, she got so triggered she left. Yeah, nobody's gonna forget about it. Yeah, that's yeah, that's respectful. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. 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 Tomorrow will be a day to stay away. Oh, I was gonna. I was gonna ask you about that. The that afternoon show. Did they bring up the fact that Tyrone is no longer there? Okay. But Ricky Batalico didn't bring it up. Oh, okay. So you didn't really get to. Okay. So I have to go back and I'll go back and listen to it. See. What do you feel about Tyrone leaving? Because it's somebody that we've kind of talked about how we've really liked him. Yeah, years ago. Yeah. Yeah, that's something that I'm glad you brought it up because they have so many people banging down doors for, you know, these producers that are, in the wings. Because if at the end of the day, like those producers, those are the guys that, would be the next men up. Like, you're working as an intern, then you become a producer, but those guys, yeah. I would do a radio gig if all I was doing was radio. I wouldn't want to do everything else. Like I wouldn't want to do say because like those guys are selling, ads. They're calling. They're making the ads. They're doing this. I just would want to be a talking head. I wouldn't want. Yeah, I'm not gonna be selling ads to fucking Burkholder and fucking fucking random companies that. Yeah, but those guys are doing, yeah. But I don't, you know. Because like I've heard the guys say, "Oh, I do ads," and maybe it was a thing where hey, Tyrone saw, "Hey, I'm very valuable." Maybe you know, don't be surprised to him for him to go to PHLY. Do not be surprised to see that because they're letting people go at PHLY. They might be freeing up Cap because you know I don't know when it would be eventually, but I'd be in on that because he has some ties with Cuz. Yeah, they let, but they let it's a lot of lower people. They've let Yeah, they've let some people go. Yeah, but it's focused. Yeah, it's based on. Yeah, it's. But remember, like I just said, you get into conversation like we do, but we're not. We're strictly doing the podcast. Like we're not having to worry about like doing the podcast plus worrying about other things. We can strictly focus on on audio. Like, I mean, you didn't work for a year, right? So, like, you had all that time to do all that stuff. Like, take away the if like if you were getting paid to do the podcast and nothing else, well then, and it paid you a healthy living where you could pay your bills, you'd probably be able to put in more time into content. And yeah, we would have. Yeah, you would have been focusing on. You would have had time to do all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like imagine the stuff that those guys are. I don't know the financials, but they do. But I don't. I can just assume. But as I'm talking to you, I'm thinking about. I think you have to release that show. Like the more and more I think about it, I I no, I think you kind of have to. I think you kind of have to. Like I was on the thing. Like EP, what do you think? Should we put the show up? Yeah, yeah. Maybe just keep it in the. Yeah, yeah. I had a good time. Like we had a good time together. Yeah, it was loud. Dude, it was wild because I just thought it was crazy. Like it was packed in there, and then all of a sudden the show finished, and then everybody just left. It was just like it was insane. I felt kind of special because it was like, okay, everybody was there for me. Like they all left. I mean, like, and then the bar was just like a couple of people. Like we were just shooting the breeze for a couple of minutes, but like yeah, no, it got loud. I couldn't hear any of it. Like I was in my like the only thing I could hear was Matt. So, but yeah, maybe we just yeah, I'll keep the download and I'll see. Maybe I'll fuck around with it and see what happens. I don't think I can fuck with it. Maybe it's just a show that will stay with me forever, and should have been there. And for the people that are asking, "Oh, I missed our show," well, we'll see what happens. I have a uh, I have a big idea. Stay tuned. Tick tock is all I have to say. Because if my plan is for September, so it's going to be a while. But I think I have an idea of who I want that show to. I want to guest there, and I think there's a I think we may have a guest. I'm actually gonna work. I'm probably gonna start the process in probably about June. But I'm gonna start planning that in June, and I want it. I'm gonna work around somebody else's schedule. Might even happen in August. Who knows? So, Matt, I love you. We'll talk to you. I don't know what to talk. Maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll just jump on here tomorrow and see what the fuck is going on and fucking go off on people. I don't know. You never know. Just tune to Discord. Stay tuned to tinyurl.com/ITRZ Discord. Join the Discord page. Join us on Facebook, Inside Eagles Red Zone Podcast. Like and share, subscribe. YouTube. We're on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, and hopefully some of these older shows are uploaded. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm also not pushing it. Yep, start putting the shows up. Start putting them. Yeah, hey, I gotta have like 100 episodes. Dude, share, subscribe, like, share. Love you, Matt. See you. Bye.
Let's go.